rolling on this. Give us a clap. One more.
Then you think about the jokes because somebody else is going to be watching it, right?
Yeah.
20 years. How old would I have been 20 years ago? I would have been 18. So at 18, I never would have thought that I would have a couple years with brands like Trek and Shimano, not to mention a couple decades. When Trek said, hey, we want to do a frame to celebrate our 20-year partnership, what's the next bike that you've been wanting to build up? And so I knew the answer right away. I've been wanting to build up a Fuel EX, a frame that was a little bit smaller so it'd be more playful. It is kind of that perfect do everything right in the middle bike that I can go dirt jumping on, go cross country riding on, go for a trail ride. I could drop into a downhill trail on this bike if I really wanted to. Oh yeah. Why not? It'll do anything. Woo! Hang loose, brother. And the camera's still there. Sick. All of my bikes have been built with Shimano parts. I have XT on all my bikes, from dirt jump bikes all the way up to the longest travel trail bike and the biggest e-bike that I have. It's just bulletproof and trustworthy. Oh, dude, I hit that breath! Back in the day, to have something that's bulletproof is gonna be really heavy. But nowadays, I think you get that same reliability in a way lighter package, and just incrementally over the years, better performance, smoother shifting, and an even more enhanced level of reliability. So it's just XT 12 speed, all the gears you would ever need right now with only one shifter, XT cranks, XT 4-piston brakes. I really wanted to be able to, chuck the bars on this frame. So I've run the front brake down the steer tube. You can do bar spins on it. And I've set it up with an SC6 tire on the front and an SE5 tire on the back, a little bit taller knobbies in the front. And I'm really psyched on the way this build came together. They asked me if I had any ideas that I wanted to incorporate into the 20th anniversary frame. I said, I used to love when you guys would just surprise me with something random. If you want me to help, I will. But if it would just be more micromanaging the system.
I think you start that way.
You guys already have some ideas? He's like, say no more. We got some ideas. I was like, okay, sick. We got silver over here and gold over here. It's like, how's that gonna look? But it actually came together looking pretty sweet. And one of my favorite random frames they surprised me with back in the day was an 06 frame. And it was a polished finish on an aluminum frame. They did the whole rear end with paying homage to that. And then the front end is this really cool emerald green. And emerald is the stone to celebrate a 20th anniversary. And then they came up with these cool logos that each have their own meaning to commemorate 20 years. And one thing I didn't even notice for a while until I'd looked at the bike for a little while is the old Trek logo is kind of like hiding in the background here behind the new Trek logo. And it's the same old font that 06 frame had. And so I think that's pretty cool too. What is the next 20 years gonna look like? My goal is to always enjoy mountain biking. No matter what my tie to it is, I want to keep it as my recreational activity.
Oh, okay, too much fun. I was like, oh, I'll manual this, I'll manual that.
But man, I still want to be able to drop my shoulder and land do a 360 in 20 years. I want to be able to ride trails and enjoy just the feel of corners and jumps on my bike. But I still want to be able to lay into a few tricks as well. And so just keep the knife sharp and be able to get that feeling, because that's the best, man.
Oh, wow. Oh, this mountain bike.